Welcome. This is second lecture on mechanics. Today I am going to discuss about conservative force and potential energy. We will also see the concept of principle of conservation of mechanical energy. We will start with conservative force. What is conservative force? First see the definition, then we will try to understand it. Conservative force is a force under action of which the total work done in moving an object between two points is independent of the path taken. In previous lecture on mechanics, I have discussed about work done in details. What we have seen that if you apply a force on an object and under the action of this force, if this object moved a distance ds, in that case the total work done is given by F into ds. In vector notation, the dot product between force and the displacement. Let's assume 2 points A and B and there is an object. Now let's assume that this object is under an action of force Fc and you want to move this object from point A to point B along this path 1. Now what is the work done? The work done is equals to integration over A to B Fc ds. If you apply a force Fc and displacement is ds, then work done will be Fc ds. So for this complete path from A to B, it will be integration over A to B and it will be along the path 1. Now suppose there is another path and we call that path 2. And this same object will move from point A to point B, but now along this path 2. So what will be the work done? The work done will be W2 and it will be integration from A to B Fc ds, and this time it is along the path 2. Okay. Now if you find out that W1 is equals to W2, in that case you can call this force Fc is a conservative force, or in other word, if Fc is a conservative force, then W1 will be equals to W2. This is the concept of conservative force. There are many examples of conservative force like gravitational force, electrostatics force, and so on. What the conclusion we can draw from this explanation? The conclusion is under a conservative force, work done is independent of the path taken. It only depends upon the initial and the final position of the object. Now consider a scenario. An object is under an action of conservative force and it will travel along some path, but at the end it will come back to its original position like this. This object is started from point A and after moving through a closed loop, it came back to its position A. It is not mandatory to be a circular path, it can be any closed loop. Under this scenario, the total work done can be written as integration over Fc ds and it will be on the closed loop and this will be equals to 0. Why? Because the work done will only depend upon the initial and final position. As the initial and final position of object is same, that means total work done is 0. Right? Now, from our knowledge on vector analysis, we can simply replace the line integral by surface integral with the help of Stokes' theorem. Here, this surface integral is over an area A which is enclosed by this closed loop. Okay. Now, if you look this equation carefully, this dA is not equals to 0. Then what we will get? We will get the curl of Fc is equals to 0. Now from our vector knowledge, we know if the curl of any vector is 0, that vector is called irrotational. So from that point, we can say the conservative force is an irrotational vector field. So this is another important concept. If you have to find out whether a force is conservative or not, then simply take the curl of that force. If your answer will be 0, then you are sure that your force is conservative, otherwise it is not a conservative force, right? Now let's extend this concept furthermore. We know from our vector knowledge that curl of gradient of a scalar field is 0. From that concept, we can simply represent the conservative force as the gradient of a scalar field. Okay, because curl of conservative force is 0. So now what we can write, Fc is equals to minus grad of u. Okay, now why minus sign? It is just for the our convenience. Okay, mathematically we can write minus or plus. Mathematically it is always correct. Okay, so here the minus sign is just for our convenience, and u is the scalar field. We will see the importance of this scalar field when we will see the concept of potential. We know, we have just seen that Fc is equals to minus grad of u. Let's recapitulate the example which we have seen. There is a 2 point and there is a path between it, and the particle started from point A and moved to the point B under action of conservative force Fc. In that scenario, the work done will be integration from A to B Fc ds. Now just substitute the Fc as minus grad u. Okay. And what is this integration? This integration is very straightforward. The line integration of grad u dot ds is nothing but u. Now just substitute the limit, and what you will get, the work done is equals to ua minus ub. This is the work done. Now look how easy you can calculate the work done if you know this scalar field. What you have to do, you have to just subtract the scalar field from 2 point, initial minus final, and it will be equals to the work done. So here we can easily see that this scalar field is very important, and we can define this scalar field as potential energy. Okay, so here u is nothing but potential energy. Once you know the potential energy of conservative force, you can simply calculate the work done under the action of that conservative force. For example, we all are familiar with the potential energy for the gravitational field, right? So far, we have seen the concept of potential energy and the conservative force field. Let's see the concept of principle of conservation of mechanical energy. First, see the statement. Principle of conservation of mechanical energy state that under action of conservative force, the total mechanical energy in a system, that is, total energy means sum of kinetic energy and the potential energy, remains constant. How we can prove this principle? To prove it, we will take the help of work energy theorem. We have seen the work energy theorem in details in previous lecture. What it says, that net work done by a force on an object is equals to change in its kinetic energy. What it means, work done is equals to kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. This we know. And what the principle of conservation of mechanical energy says, under action of conservative force. So under action of conservative force, this work done net is nothing but the conservative work. And we have just seen that we can write this conservative work as difference between the potential energy of the initial place minus final place. Okay. Now we have two equations for same quantity, that is work net. So we can just simply compare it, and we will get that potential energy initial minus potential energy final is equals to kinetic energy final minus kinetic energy initial. Now just rearrange these terms, and you will get sum of kinetic energy and potential energy in the initial position is equals to sum of the kinetic energy plus potential energy in the final position. And if sum of kinetic energy and potential energy in the initial position is equals to sum of kinetic energy and potential energy in the final position, then it must be equals to some constant, right? Therefore, the sum of kinetic and potential energy is equals to constant. This is what exactly the conservation of mechanical energy. Now look, we have seen all these concepts, and from theoretical point of view, it's look very small topic. However, it is very important topic, and it attracts lot of numerical problems in examination. So it is very important to understand this concept very carefully. So hope all this explanation makes sense to you. See you in next lecture. Thank you.